Welcome to CEAg Talks, the video series from CEAg World, a media site devoted to the business of growing food undercover, including greenhouse produce, vertical farms, and outdoor protected crops. Area 2 Farms is an indoor farming company that builds local farms in the communities they serve. In 2023, two guys launched the company to address some of the major challenges facing the U.S. food system. We sat down with one of those guys, Tyler Baras, to discuss Area 2's mission in more detail. Tyler, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Dana. Yeah, appreciate the invite.
Of course. So to begin, can you tell us a little bit more about your company and the purpose behind it?
Area 2 Farms, we design, build, and support indoor organic farms, soil-based systems. We are currently in Arlington, Virginia, and about to start our second site in Fairfax, Virginia. And we do a CSA, so a community-supported agriculture. We do weekly deliveries to several hundred customers, uh, in growing a diverse range of crops. So we have our CEA standards, your microgreens, your salad greens, your herbs. But then we also do some root crops like turnips and radishes and onions and carrots. And we do some like specialty tea blends like Tulsi tea and lavender and chamomile and yeah, and everything we do is direct to the customer.
Now, you mentioned this, but Area 2 does use soil-based growing methods. Why did you decide to use soil as a growing medium?
Yeah, there a couple of reasons for soil. There's sort of emotional and practical. On the emotional, so much of what we do is being connected to the community, selling direct to customers, but then having those customers visit the farm, see what we do, and when they come in and they see soil, it just feels warm. It's easy to connect to. It's just like their backyard garden beds. So it's the very much the connection it helps build, but then practically it helps us grow a really wide range of crops. Soil is like a pretty good canvas, pretty much for like anything you want to put on. So if we're doing our salad greens, we can do that, but carrots, turnips, radishes, and even though like you can do those root crops hydroponically, uh, it's tricky. It's not like it's really made for that. And with going direct to consumer, it's always been very important that we can offer a wide range of items. So, when we go to a customer, they can have so many things, and soil just it leans into that, where we can just pretty much grow anything that, fits in our system.
Now, Area 2 has made headlines recently for raising more than $9 million in funding. Can you tell us more about the funding process and what you plan to do with this new capital?
Sure. Yeah, so the funding process is talking to a lot of people, talked
Mhm.
to a lot of people, and found some people that had like-minded thoughts on, the CEA space and where there was areas of potential. We were taking a very different angle than just about everyone in the space, and I've been in the space for a long time now and have worked at some of the larger vertical farms, and I just have a strong belief that where vertical, farming, the best strengths of it right now are being in the communities, building that customer relationship, getting that direct to consumer, and then also helping support new farmers be successful. And yeah, that resonated with several really amazing investors, and thankfully they want to support it, and be part of it. And then what we're going to be doing with that capital is building farms and building the technology further. It's so we've got our next farm coming up in Fairfax, and we've already been operating a farm in Arlington for several years, selling to hundreds of customers every week. But that site's been a little bit more of like an R&D, a little bit scrappy, and our next site is a little bit more polished. So excited to roll that out as we just continue to grow.
Now, what can we expect from Area 2 moving forward?
Yeah, it's a lot of what we've been doing at the R&D site, our first location was proving out the model, and the base model of growing these diverse crops and to customers has really been amazing. And I think, Fairfax is going to allow us, our next site, to do some extras on top of that, which will be fun. Some more, like farm stand, traditional farm things, having produce out that people can come visit. The standard farm stuff, but making it in the middle of the community. And we're really excited about that. And then also continue to lean heavy into community. We have school field trip programs. We have like hundreds of people coming through every month. And yeah, just developing our community engagement.
Well, Tyler, thank you again for coming on this episode of CEAg Talks, and I'm sure we'll talk again sometime soon.
Sure. Thank you, Dana.